Hi, everyone. Welcome to their Creative Code. I am very excited for you to meet my guest. So if you remember, the Creative Code is a limited series for October. I am talking to creatives who utilize AI or artificial intelligence to help with their work. I'm going to introduce you to a special guest, and I'm going to bring him on board right now. Here we go.
It is Dr. Willie Brown, and I'm not going to tell you anything about him. I'm going to have him introduce himself to you. Good day, Dr. Brown. How are you?
A good day and good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. Yes, so the audience is interested to know, yeah, tell us a bit about yourself. So, who are you? Where are you from? And then we'll talk more about how you've been using AI.
I'm Willie Brown. I've been in the world a couple of years and I've been working as a psychologist and a life coach. I'm also embarking on another journey, which is really kind of a lifelong journey, that is of an entrepreneur. I've always been kind of an entrepreneur, selling services, selling various things, trying to get serious about it now. Want to sell some sauce. You say, what in the hell is sauce? Well, sauce is SaaS, software as a service.
So, let us know, how have you used AI with your entrepreneur or business?
Okay. The screen that we're going to share in a minute is called Inner Friend of Willie G. Brown is a friend of ours. So one of the things I'm doing is I am introducing people to Progretta. Progretta is a platform which is using a software genre called High Level, which is basically AI and all the various automatic kind of functions you can do as you build a software program. But let me back up. Let me back up and go to the platform itself. What you're looking at is the menu page, one of the menu pages of Progretta. Businesses get phone calls. Your business gets phone calls. A lot of businesses lose money and lose leads, lose opportunities because they don't get the phone calls, so they don't get back, or you call the service, you call the company, and they won't answer, so you go on. If it had a voice agent in place, such as this one, the voice agent could answer the phone for them, send the person calling a message, an automatic message, and in most cases sound just like a human. What this system does is it answers the phone. You're at the lunch, you didn't come in until late. This will answer your phone, talk to your contact, give them information, and then send them a message. And say, hey, sorry I missed your call. I'll be back with you. Or sorry I missed your call. Here's information about what we do. And we'd love to help you. Voicemails, email, and text. So that's one use of AI in this system.
Yeah, I mean, so then tell us, how did you get started in this? Was it last year or 2 years ago? What made you feel that AI was what you needed to help your business grow?
We've all been using AI for a long time, whether we wanted to or not. Like a lot of people, I said, AI, artificial intelligence, there's no such thing. I'm natural intelligence.
Right.
But I knew, of course, that AI was coming. I mean, after all, I did watch Battlestar Galactica, right? But the common belief is that AI is a bad thing. And like anything else, it could be a bad thing. But for the most part, it could be helpful. But I was resistant. I don't want to mess with no AI agents. I can figure it out. But then as I kept hearing about Chat GPT, people say, hey, you ought to use Chat GPT. I think you told me, you said, hey, you need to use Chat GPT.
Yeah, I did.
And so I said, okay. So I got into it and I started playing around with it. And I found what I already knew, that it could be very helpful in helping me do what I need to do. So this is one of the things I can use in my business. And I've got to, as you see, I need to step mine up some more. And I can also sell it. That's a great thing. Using that platform, I can sell it and make, when I figure out how to do it, well, I don't know how to do it, I just started doing it. a little bit of income. Well, a lot of income. I know people who are making a lot of income doing that. It just takes some time and dedication and understanding.
When do you start utilizing ChatGPT, and what other AI platforms do you use?
Well, Chat GPT is just one of the platforms I've used. I actually have not used it that much. Let me show you some of others. This one's called Pictory. I'm sorry. This one generates pretty good videos. As a matter of fact, I've used it to generate some videos for some of the stuff I'm doing. One of the things I'm doing is building videos to advertise this platform right here. Advertise this one. So I think I told you I want to market that. People are making a lot of money.
And then, Dr. Brown, I want to go back to when you were saying that older adults should not be afraid of using artificial intelligence. Would you mind telling us how old you are?
I am 17. No. I'm 78.
78 years old, soon to be 79. And
I'll be 79 next week.
yes, early happy birthday on this side. But yes, Dr. Brown, as a 78-year-old person, how did you learn to not be afraid of using this technology?
Okay, well, I'm not sure how a 78-year-old is supposed to be.
Well, I can tell you, I know 78-year-old people, my aunts, uncles, friends, they don't do this. They shy away. They're terrified of telephones, much less computers, and anything that is different than the norm of what they grew up with. Because, change is scary, and especially with technology. So as a 78-year-old, you're brave.
This is pretty normal. This is the way I kind of live my life. I haven't been 78 more than about 11 months, but I've been doing this a long time. When I say this, not AI, but I just like to be involved. I learned to fly airplanes when I was 23. What else have I done? I don't know what I've done. I just like adventure, like doing things.
Travel to different places.
Yeah. For an example, I learned to ski when I was in my 30s. So now a lot of older people, middle-aged people, and then Black people ski. But back in the day, when it was out there,
And then, Dr. Brown, I want to go back to when you were saying that older adults should not be afraid of using artificial intelligence. Would you mind telling us how old you are?
I am 17. No. I'm 78.
78 years old, soon to be 79. And
I'll be 79 next week.
yes, early happy birthday on this side. But yes, Dr. Brown, as a 78-year-old person, how did you learn to not be afraid of using this technology?
Okay, well, I'm not sure how a 78-year-old is supposed to be.
Well, I can tell you, I know 78-year-old people, my aunts, uncles, friends, they don't do this. They shy away. They're terrified of telephones, much less computers, and anything that is different than the norm of what they grew up with. Because change is scary, and especially with technology. So as a 78-year-old, you're brave.
This is pretty normal. This is the way I kind of live my life. I haven't been 78 more than about 11 months, but I've been doing this a long time. When I say this, not AI, but I just like to be involved. I learned to fly airplanes when I was 23. What else have I done? I don't know what I've done. I just like adventure, like doing things.
Travel to different places.
Yeah. For an example, I learned to ski when I was in my 30s. So now a lot of older people, middle-aged people, and then Black people ski. But back in the day, when it was out there,
Yes, yes.
So,
So back to AI. Yes, I love how you are an inspiration for the older generation. So when do you think you first got into using AI? Was it last year, 2 years ago,
me,
this year?
me consciously using it and saying, I'm going to use this,
Right.
6 months ago.
Okay, okay. And what platforms? You mentioned Pictory, ChatGPT. Which other ones are you on?
I think Gemini was the first one I actually consciously said, okay, let's see what this does. Gemini is a uh, Google AI product.
But then, as you said, you don't view yourself as an older person. You're just who you are, using technology to help grow your business.
Exactly. Exactly. However, um, a lot of folks, like younger than I am, think they done gone and got old.
Dr. Brown, as we're coming toward the end of our conversation, talk to me more about how. So, you started using AI about 6 months ago to help grow your business. Tell us about the conferences you've been to, because I know how you've been to a few conferences and you have mentors as well to help you get more familiar with AI. Explain this to people who are not familiar with this world, including myself.
Okay. So, um, conferences. In July, I went to a conference in Las Vegas. It was called the Go High Level Assembly, GHL Assembly. So GHL is a this platform you see here is based on a platform called High Level. And the assembly was to introduce people who didn't know, to help teach people who do know how AI, how high level can be used in their businesses to help grow their businesses and how they can use it to market, to sell it. So that was in Las Vegas in July. There's one occurring right now in Dallas. It's called Go High Level, Level Up. And it's another conference where people are learning, hearing speakers who are speaking about how they grew businesses, how they helped other people grow their businesses, and what can be done with making, with using AI agents, teaching people to use it in their businesses. So if you're a real estate agent or a podiatrist, you can use it to, one, get leads for new customers, and two, to maintain the customers you have. For example, I have a software as a part of my program now, which is called Dollar Leads. And so one of the food of a business is to get leads. And so it'll go out and it'll search the internet. It's called scraping, and it scrapes the internet for people who match the characteristics you're looking for. For example, podiatrists. I have a plan to market to some podiatrists my services. It will scrape the internet, find the list podiatrist within a given geographical area that I give it, say 93030 or London, and they'll show me the list of those podiatrists, names, addresses, phone numbers, as much as they can pull off, and then I use my videos, use my my system here to send them focused emails, to send them focused texts with video, with images, with text to market my business to them. And so the conferences teach you how to do that using that tool. Also teaches how to build webinars. Webinars is probably the best way to build together leads. You develop a webinar, you post it, and then using them, you can have it run automatically. So while you're out fishing, if you fish, then that webinar can be running, people can be seeing it, enjoying it, deciding, hey, I want to try that. So they tap in and they leave their name and email and phone number, and they become a lead. And you or one of your agents follow up with them, and then they become a customer. Now, obviously, if you get contact 100 people or 500 people or 1,000 people, only a few of them are going to become customers.
Right.
It's the numbers business. Yeah.
So then you're saying building a webinar, meaning that you can host a webinar with not physically being on the webinar.
Well, you actually have to be there to begin with
Okay.
to produce it. Once you produce it, then it runs by itself.
Wow. Wow, these are really good tools. Okay.
Yeah.
And can you name a couple of these AI platforms that you use for something like
I started to say the only one I would use would be for Greta. As you see, webinars got to build. As you see, I haven't built a webinar. I'm talking webinar result, but I haven't done it, right? My next step is to build some webinars, to create a webinar where I'm sitting here in the camera talking about, stress is a daily fact of life. We all are under stress, and that tiger is going to get you and eat you up unless you take some corrective means to keep him away. One of the things you do is learn to relax and push him away and handle that trauma that you're having in the office, handle the difficulties you're having in your family. My name is Dr. Willie Brown, and I'm a coach, and I can give you some skills and knowledge to help you do that. And of course, the webinar would be, we talk about some specifics of all that. And after 20 and 30 minutes, then people would have an opportunity to sign up or not. 100 people do it, maybe one person signs up. And it's even set up so it can run in time frames multiple times per day.
Wow.
Of course, to do the work to make it happen.
That's very impressive, Dr. Brown. I mean, my knowledge of AI is not as vast. And the more I do these conversations with people, the more I'm understanding the limitless opportunities that AI has for individuals. I mean, I don't have a team of employees who work with me. I don't believe you do either. So having these tools, utilizing it, can make our life so much easier. Instead of working a 20-hour day, we're working 12 hours. So I think AI is very useful to entrepreneurs.
One of the things that scares people is being all alone. Am I going to do this? I don't know how to do this. And it can be kind of, if you're trying to set up a program and you can't make it work, or you're trying to figure out what the hell's going on, and you get frustrated very easily because it can be time consuming and brain crunching. And so last night I was trying to figure something out. I couldn't figure it out. So I handed it off to David. He says he's going to take care of it. I've got this guy working on, what's he doing? Okay, what's he doing? As a project, a program to market to restaurants so they can build customers, get more customers, and maintain the customers they have. And so there's a particular piece of software that another developer is using, and I'm having him build one for me too. Okay. I see, this is not costing me anymore. This is not costing me more money because I already pay the money to be a part of Progretta.
So Dr. Brown, we are coming to the end of our chat here, and it's been exciting to hear what you have been doing with the support of AI. I mean, what's any last words? Where do you think we will be in, say, 5 years with AI? Do you think people would have too much of it? It would be an AI overload? Or do you feel AI will just get more sophisticated and then it'll be an everyday part of our lives?
It will be an everyday part of our life. Oftentimes we won't recognize it and won't consciously use it. You call a doctor's office now, and if some smart entrepreneurs got into them, their AI just might answer the phone.
Agreed.
And you would talk to an AI, and sometime if it's good, you can't tell if it's a real person or not.
Exactly. Yeah.
So really come in contact. To use it consciously requires somebody, one, who's not afraid of it, who's not afraid their phone number's going to get snapped up. It's already snapped up, so don't worry about that.
True. We're all in the system.
We're all in the system. Requires someone who's not afraid of that. And it requires somebody who's willing to learn something new. To learn to say, hey, well, I can figure that out. Or to treat it as a hobby. Or to treat it as an adventure. And best of all, have someone who has a need for it. It's nothing more than to play games, nothing more than to create interesting videos or create interesting postcards, or to learn how to use it in your photography.
Yeah.
Or to make some money.
Right.
Run your business or being a business in and of itself. I see myself as being, at some point, of being a soft entrepreneur. I ain't quite ready for that yet. I still got to build my webinar.
But Dr. Brown, you will obviously get there. I mean, in 6 months, you've done so much with AI. And again, at your age, for those who missed it, 78, going to be 79 next week, you're never too old. Sorry to use that word, but you're never too old to learn.
I ain't old.
You're too young to learn new tricks.
Hey, I'm working on my six-pack. Gonna get it back too.
Dr. Brown, that's your plan for when you're 79. That's what's out in you.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, excellent, Dr. Brown. Thank you for joining us here today. So everyone, once again, this is the Creative Code. It is my limited series in October where I speak to creatives who utilize AI or artificial intelligence to help with their work. So yeah, do not be afraid. Go forth and prosper.
That's right. Go forth and prosper. Thank you much.
Thank you, Dr. Brown. Thanks, everyone.
All right.
Goodbye.
Bye.